Maybe that was meant to happen because this one now you probably hear me. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Just switched microphones. I now have an at peace feeling in my soul, and it took a while, but it's finally happened. Yeah, because you know what I think potentially you've done is you've become the observer. Um, because I'm an Aquarius and it's supposed to be my year. Laugh out loud. It could be that too. It could be a lot of things. XO. It could be, as I said, a lot of people are beginning to settle in to where they're not attached to all of everything, things, places, material things, just about everything. And it's essentially when you actually aren't, when you're just like step like zoomed out and just observing everything, you're at peace compared to, oh, this drink has a hold on me, or this candy bar has a hold on me, or this individual. Or it doesn't mean you don't love things. It doesn't mean you don't love other people. It doesn't mean you don't love, you know, I don't know, this bottle of water, you know, but you're not, it doesn't have that hold on you like what it was like in the past. And it's very, very different. It's a different feeling. It's kind of um you're of the world, not in the world. I think that's the the way that it's stated or used. But it's just a different feeling, man, because a lot of these, and what one would call an addiction, is, which I don't really necessarily like using that word, but it's it's like, instead of you, I'm trying to get the right words to come out to explain this in the best way possible. And it's quite literally, you're not attached to it or anything any longer in the way that you are. So you are essentially observing everything. Now, mind you, you're still playing in it. You're still playing in these different things. Yet, it's definitely not the same as it was or has been. Um, so yeah, that's probably what is happening, and that happens when you really, really begin to awaken, which is what's happening to majority of humanity on the planet. They're waking up and they're seeing the truth in everything. They're seeing like none of this stuff makes any sense. It doesn't seem real. Kind of like the poll that I put up on here. Nothing seems real. It just seems fake. Everything. Like someone, like it's almost like they're acting in a movie, like when they are asking you to sign this contract for this mortgage at this bank that you're about to get for a loan on a house that you are purchasing, you know? I mean, I felt this my entire life. And then you begin to start to disconnect from all these different things. And then you get bullied and made fun of, especially when you're younger, when you're disconnecting. And I mean, that's what happened to me. And now I start to realize more and more as to what was happening when I was little. You know, um, I didn't fit into anything in the world at all. I chose different pathways. I chose to choose something different than everyone else in my class. And I essentially got bullied because I wasn't, you know, doing what everybody else was doing. It didn't align with me. And that's what's happening to millions of people right now as they wake up and they start to see the truth and they see things are just don't like, I can't do this no more. This seems way too fake. And it's like you can't even pretend. And, you know, like I'm seeing it all over social media. I'm seeing it everywhere, man. People are just quitting their jobs and leaving relationships and, you know, leaving places they lived for decades or whatever it is. It's just like, that's you just wake up and you're like, what the F have I been doing? What am I doing here? Why am I here? You know, you start questioning everything. You start questioning and I know that this is going to be much more of a theme that I'm going to be talking more about because it's happening to thousands of people by the second, by the minute. And they're having ego deaths and questioning their identity. And, you know, like I said, especially people that are in families that their parents did the same thing and passed it down to them and they passed it down to them. And, you know, like maybe someone who their family was plumbers, you know, and they had the plumbing business or, you know, handyman service for like, uh, and each father passed it down. And now the kids now are like, nah, man, like that doesn't resonate with me. That doesn't seem real. And then you start stepping out and you become you feel like a black sheep. You feel alone. You feel, see, that's the thing. A lot of people waking up, they feel alone. They feel lost. They feel confused. They feel like, you know, no one, like you have no friends. Like this is like a typical starseed and light worker that came here and volunteered to be here to assist in this massive shift in human consciousness. It's like, unless you follow everybody else, unless you follow what the masses are doing, then there's something wrong with you. But majority of us were meant to lead. We're meant to walk different path, create a new pathway. Um, we're meant to like show humanity another way. You know, a lot of us, majority of us. And I know that this is a very important topic because I'm going to make a lot of videos about this. And a lot of the panel that I'm assembling at the moment that I've been guided to assemble is a lot of people that are experiencing this or have been experiencing this or will continue to. So this is going to be really, really interesting what I'm being guided to assemble right now. That my guides and God is guiding me towards. Wait, you guys, something big is coming. You know, hold on a second. I got to write a message. So I want to again talk more about this because it's something that I've gone through. It's something that you start to realize it's not like others doing it to you. It happened for a reason because a lot of us, as I said, a lot of us woke up at a young age. A lot of us woke up as a child. Not everyone. A lot of people woke up in 2020, 2012, 2017. These are like big years that a lot of big, large percentages of people, but a lot of people kept it to themselves and didn't really understand and still tried to play in these systems, still tried to play in the game, the matrix, and realizing that, uh, you know, it hasn't been easy to do that. And now we're kind of, we're getting to a point where the timelines are splitting and you can no longer have one foot in and one foot out. It's either you choose to fully be you and your authentic self aligned with your soul, or you choose to not. And you choose not to, you can bet your bottom dollar that there will in fact be a lot of suffering. You just can't play in like, well, I don't want to leave these people that are choosing something different, like my family or friends or partner or whatever. But yet this doesn't align with me anymore. And I'm meant to walk a different path. I'm meant to create a new pathway. I'm meant to walk this path that's untraveled. And again, it's not easy. You have to have courage to do it. Like a lot of courage. Like a lot. It's not easy to decide to it kind of feels like, in a sense, like you're fully resistant to everything. And people say, what's wrong with you? And blah, 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 and this and that. And I've been told it all, man. I've been told you're from another planet. I can go on and on. I've heard it all. I've heard it all. And quite frankly, I really don't care anymore. It just doesn't bother me. I've been doing it for 47 years. I mean, essentially, I've walked this path alone, for 47 years. Yeah, people have come and go. They come and they go, I've accepted that, because I'm not willing to, and it feels weird at times, you're like, man, I just can't sit and watch that football game anymore with like the family or friends, or like, I can't talk about that surface. I can't talk about like look at the weather. Oh, the weather is this, or you just can't do that stuff. You start withdrawing from everything that you used to know to be. And that's awakening. That's you awakening to the truth and seeing the truth all around you. But it definitely takes a while for you to settle in and actually realize, that's what's actually happening. And it's like you're living in a whole nother reality of everyone else. And again, like I said, when I was little, I sat in Grand Rising. Rudy, Grand Rising, man. Welcome, brother, sister. I'm not sure. It's got to be, I think brother, but I'm not really sure. It's really sunny, so I hope I pronounced your name correctly. When I was little, man, I was put in a special school. I was in the Special Olympics, so to speak. I was sitting in the hallway by myself. Hell, girls didn't even want to be around me. Guys didn't even want to be around me. They bullied me because I didn't want to do the things that everybody else was doing. And that started really, really young. Like, I started to see the truth around me at 7 years old, man. I mean, people are just starting to wake up now, and they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 20s, and I woke up at 7. Imagine waking up at 7, where we didn't even talk about these things, where it had to be hush hush, where you couldn't speak of it. If you did, you could be locked up in a straitjacket. It's like very different now. More people are being open and speaking this stuff. It's much. It's not to say it's easier. I still wouldn't say it's that easy, because unless you're on social media, most people still don't have a tribe around them. Most people still, it's very weird. People are still massively asleep around you in your neighborhood, in your wherever you are, college, whatever, your job, your surroundings. There's very few people, and if they are awake, they're not willing to talk about it just yet, especially men. Um, oh yeah, I remember that ESL. Yeah, I was in SLD. Funny you say ESL. I was in SLD, which was slow learning disability. And then they had like Special Olympics, and I won medals in there. Okay, I mean, this is like how backward society is. I mean, we still are, but it was way worse even then in the 70s and 80s. I mean, I was in, like I said, I was put in the Special Olympics. I was in a school for slow learning disability, and it was just because I wasn't like everybody else, man. I was way far more advanced, and yet they're like, "Oh yeah, this dude, he needs to be in slow learning disability classes." So they basically separated me from the average, which the average would go to 8 different classes and 8 different teachers, and I had the same teacher throughout the entire day. Yeah, mine started in elementary school. I was in ESL classes when I already knew English. Yeah, so we ended teaching the teacher. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Holy crap! It's Presley, man. What's good, brother? Special Olympics for what sport? Um, I think soccer and running, like running, like track. If I'm not mistaken, I really would have to find my. But it's like nothing. But I excelled in everything, man. It's crazy because I excelled in like I could I could literally get on the back of a water skis and literally barefoot skiing. I could shoot 3 pointers. I mean, everything I did, I excelled at. It didn't matter what it was, but yet they put me in Special Olympics. Yet they put me in slow learning disability classes because I did not fit in with the normal people. I didn't follow the herd. I led everybody. You know what I'm saying? But like I wasn't fully aware of it at that time, you know? I didn't know what was going on because I didn't know that I was awake and I was seeing everything being fake around me at 7 years old. So I decided to like, again, I stepped out of what everybody else was doing, which is quote unquote the Matrix at 7. And I was sitting in the hallways alone and yeah, right. I know, that's what I'm saying, man. A lot of light workers and starseeds can resonate with it because that's exactly what happened to them, man. I was in sleepaway camp. I was bullied by the counselors in there because I didn't fit in, because I didn't do what everybody else was doing. I just I was special, what you call it, man. There's no one can compare to who I am, man. I came in God, you know what I'm saying? And I came to lead, and I came to and so like I said in the beginning of this live, I'm assembling a panel that I'm working on, and you don't even know this yet, Presley. I've been working on since last, like being guided by my guides and my angels and God to reach out to different people. That I'm kind of like scouting right now, and I've got about 4 people on a list right now. I had much more, but some of them fell away. And so it's much easier. I know a lot of people don't like TikTok. I'm not a huge fan of it either, but it's a lot easier to communicate with different people, to collaborate with, than it is on YouTube and Instagram too. So I've been noticing a lot more people speaking out on TikTok about that they're waking up and everything's fake and blah blah blah, and this is like a new thing, and they're starting to see the light now. So I've been guided to like reach out to assemble an awakening panel. So I want to have, there's going to be people that have been awake for a very long time, quite possibly their entire life. There's going to be people that are newly awakening, just waking up, people that are in the middle, and I'm assembling this panel, and I don't know where it's going. I don't know fully what it's going to look like. They haven't told me yet, but there's going to be something. It's going to be like a weekly podcast. I don't really know yet. The awakening panel, they've been just saying that when I reach out to call it a panel. And then yesterday I met 2 or 3 new people that have a semi-decent following on TikTok. And now it's like has the word awakening panel in front of it, awakening. So I don't know, guys, where it's going yet. Yeah, it's going to be very different than anything you've ever seen. Again, it's been taking me weeks and weeks. You guys are getting kind of a little, it's not really, they said it's okay for me to share this, but it's not, I don't know if it's going to be live. I don't know if it's going to be recorded. I don't know yet. And I know that there's going to be people that are new and then are on for a while and then they fall off. And then we fill it in with someone else. There's going to be interviews with people. It's all kinds of things I don't really know yet, but it's going to be very, very neat. Something that has not been done before, but yet has been done. So like, they're like been telling me, oh, well, you're essentially recreating the wheel. It's already been done, but I'm doing it in a new way. Something new, something fresh, something that hasn't been done, something to assist the masses that are waking up, that are lost and confused and struggling and suffering at that. Because here's the thing, like I said, there's a lot of people that I was just talking about this earlier. There's a lot of people that, their Italian family has passed their restaurant chain down to them. And they're waking up and they're like, no, I don't resonate with this. No, this is not what I want to do. This is not what I'm here to do. And their family is like, you've got to take this over. This is passed down from your great, 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 great grandfather or mother or whatever, and their recipes. And they're like, but I don't like, this is all fake to me. Or it's like another, whatever, like insurance business or whatever the heck it is, and people are like, what am I doing? Like, why am I even here? And just starting to question everything. They don't know why they're doing what they're doing, why they're here. Like I said, you got people that are waking up that hung out with their friends their entire life, and they meet every week and they watch football together. And like, then this one person's waking up and they're like, what am I doing, man? I don't like this shit. Like, I can't even eat this food anymore. It's like, there's got to be more to life than this. Like all this surface level bullshit that people are talking and have been doing. So this is like all the things that are happening to people, man. And I'm being guided to speak on this, like huge, like I'm talking about like weekly. And it's what I've experienced, man. People are losing friendships, families. They're quitting their jobs. They're leaving a long-term relationship, like whatever it is, family. I've pretty much been walking this journey alone my entire life. I walked away from family. I walked away from everything. I had to walk away from millions of things in my life because I've chose not to, without consciously realizing it at different times, how awake I actually was. Especially, like I said, when I was little, because there was different points where I hit rock bottom again because I was doing drugs and alcohol and porn and all these different things to fit in, to try to fit into the system, just not being able to. Yeah. Well, hey man, if you are down, Rudy, it sounds like I think you would be a really good addition to the panel, the awakening panel. if you want to, and you are down to talk about your story and your what you've gone through and all of it, man. I don't. Again, as I said, I'm not sure how this is going to look, but we can hop on Zoom and chat for a little bit and shoot me an email at DarenandLuna@gmail if you feel called to, man, and you want to be on and you're okay with being on. It could be live, could be recorded. I don't know how many of them there will be. I don't know how long it's going to go on for. But there's definitely like I said, I'm being guided to scout people, and there's no mistakes. So it might be an opportunity for you if you feel called. You can also hit us up on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. It's all at Daren and Luna, or email us and I'll put you on the list and we'll meet up, man. And we can talk and we can see if things align. And if this is something that, again, like I said, I just feel called to, they're just guiding me to tell you, if you want to, the door's open. But yeah, man, we're here. A lot of us that went through this, like for a very long time or for years and years or majority of our life, are here to assist. That's what we came here for, man. We volunteered to do this. And maybe I just came on live today to reach out to you, Rudy. I don't know what's going on. I'm supposed to, haven't heard back, but well, we got some people voted on the poll. Let me see. Got 5 votes. 5 votes, 80% yes, 20% no. That's good. I hit some buttons on accident. Oh, you did? So what do you mean? I don't understand. I don't really see. Oh, meaning you went off the live or something? But yeah, like I said, man, if you're down, you're down. If you're not, you're not. But welcome, Presley, man. It was good seeing you, brother. I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Yeah, this is gonna be it took me off the. Oh, okay. Did you hear what I said about this panel that I'm assembling? If you're down to be on it, again, I don't know exactly fully yet what it's going to look like. If it's going to be live, if it's going to be recorded, how many episodes there's going to be. I don't really. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, good. Well, if you're interested, like I said, man, message me at any social media platform at Daren and Luna, or email me. If you're not, that's cool too. It's all good, man. I just was guided to mention it. So yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, but this is like our purpose for being here is it's go time, man. And I say this with being as humble as I can, that you really truly have to be courageous to step away from what everybody else is doing. Walking away from the foods and the eating differently and choosing not to engage in pornography anymore, or any of these things, man. Alcohol, drugs. It takes a lot of courage, man, to step away from what you've been used to doing for so long, and to recreate something new, and to literally just be not willing to do anything that anyone else is doing. And it makes it very, very difficult and challenging. And yes, it's very lonely. And yes, but at the same time, man, I'm very at peace. I can just sit by myself in stillness, perfectly okay, outside in nature. Like if I get off this live and I put my phone down, I can just sit here at peace, just in stillness. You know, I've gotten to that place, that point, where none of these things, because the way that we've been programmed and indoctrinated has been that all of these things in the material world, all of these things in the three have a hold on us and have control over us. But when you begin to step away and you begin to see for what it doesn't have a hold on you anymore. You have a hold on it. You tell it whether or not you're going to engage or not. Whether you're going to eat that candy bar, whether you're going to eat multiple candy bars, it doesn't have that on you anymore. Which is what they try to get you to believe. Oh, this is a disease. You have an addiction. This is a disease, that you have for the rest of your life. Just like everything these guys in white coats tell you, that it will be forever. There's no cure. Believe me, there's a cure for everything. It's how bad do you want it? It was exited from my family a long time ago because I always told them the things they never wanted to hear. Yeah, me too. And called me crazy. Yeah, and you're from another planet and blah blah blah. Yeah, don't talk about that because you'd be put in a mental institution with a straitjacket on. Yeah, I've heard it all. Crazy, and fast forward 30 years and now finally realizing I was right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, still not fully yet, but yes. I mean, my dad started to listen before he passed away in 2022, but he knew all of this stuff. My dad was awake, man, back in the day, man. Like he was fasting in the 70s, 80s. He walked the path less traveled. When I look back at his life and what he was trying to teach me, man, when he had cancer in 97, he walked out of the office and the doctor told him if he walks out, he's going to die. And he said, "Doc, I'm already dying." And the doctor cursed and yelled at him and said, "If you effing leave this office, you're going to die." I don't know if you've heard the story or not, but he walked out and he healed in 6 weeks. If he would have stayed, he wouldn't have been there. He wouldn't have been here 25 years later. And the nurses whispered to him and said, "You're doing the right thing." And then he started to eat all raw, which is not what the typical thing in the 70s and 80s and 90s, what they would do, And people didn't want to be around him because of the way he chose to eat, what he chose to do. But he didn't actually realize, like we realize consciously, what we're doing and why we're doing it now. He was doing it unconsciously, but he was creating new pathways. He was walking the path less traveled. And he was courageous enough to do it back then. He literally fought the school systems for us, for me and my two sisters, so that we wouldn't have to get this thing. Back then, when I was little. We did get some because he didn't fully realize it until we already had gotten some. But most of them we did not get because he realized it. And he got lawyers and he brought them into the principal's office and he fought for us not to have those things. So this is just one of many things that he did, that he stood up and did not follow everybody else. And he took a lot of heat for it, man. He took a lot of heat because he chose a completely different path than majority of society. But again, not actually realizing what he was doing, but he knew that if he spoke about it, there's a possibility that you would disappear, because he saw that happening when people chose to be courageous and speak out. What would happen? They disappeared. And you guys know what I mean by disappearing. I'm not going to elaborate on that for the sake of the channel. But this was going on back in the 90s and 80s and 70s. I mean, he knew it. You know, he brought my grandmother when she had was diagnosed with breast cancer to Mexico because the a plate because there they had alternative technologies. Yeah, that's on my oh my god, yeah, that you you are speaking like we are one and the same, man. That's exactly how my dad was. Wow, that's crazy, man. My dad did not hold back, man. He did not hold back. No joke. He spoke his mind. He was as authentic as you can get. Boy, he took so much heat, man. He was a car salesman at one point. Man, I remember when he told me one of his stories that he stood on top of the desk at the you know because man he went from job to job just like I did because most light workers in Star Cities couldn't work a 9 to 5. They couldn't be to this day. I don't like being told what to do, and I'm not cool with it, and it's not something I'm okay with. And that's why I got into it with a lot of different people because I was not okay with them telling me what to do. That's why I didn't last more than probably the longest job that I stayed at was a bagel shop, and uh, other than that, every other job, probably like 3 months, a month, a year. The year was probably the longest. Um, I had such anxiety going to those places because I was just not okay with being constrained and confined. And like I had to go to this job and clock in and clock out. It didn't even make sense to me. Like, why, like, how people are okay with doing this and how there's over 8 billion people and how we don't come together and unite as one and bring all our resources together and stand up and change the way these systems are. And I never understood that. I still fully don't understand that to this day because we're so much stronger together and people are realizing that when we get together and we meditate together, when we do yoga in a room together, you could feel how powerful it is and the energy of everyone coming together. Yeah, it still doesn't is right. It still doesn't how people are okay with being living paycheck to paycheck. How they're okay with there being 1% billionaires and the rest poor and middle class. How that doesn't even add up or even make sense. And how they're okay with it. And how and I remember this in my early 20s. I remember freaking just walking around and I knew things were happening underneath me, underground in those sewers. I knew things were going on there, but I just couldn't I couldn't prove it. I couldn't as a kid, I couldn't prove it. So I'm like, well, if I if I resist being a part of the government and I'm anarchist and I'm anti-religion, then maybe like other people will join me in this fight. And yeah, I know that a lot of things and a lot of my choices have got us to where we are today, and I know that for a fact, and I know that goes for you and your father. I know my dad passed the torch to me, and now it's my turn, my time, to continue on and be just as courageous, if not more courageous than he was. And I'm assembling a team, man. I don't know why. Yet me and Luna are cultivating this new Earth school that is going to be so potent and so powerful. And I can't be more excited. Hey, man, funny how bosses blame you instead of in your faces when not getting the same productivity back. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I assume by you saying facts, you're agreeing with me, but I'm not quite sure if you heard everything I said or just coming in now. I'm not quite sure. Let me just check something. I'm not sure if, oh, okay. I've been told I'm just like my dad, but they don't realize that it's a compliment. Of course. Same here, but same here. But you are so unique, Rudy. There's no one like you, man. And you're going to be the one that is going to take it like miles further. You know what I'm saying? Like, because all of us are if you're on this channel, man, there's no mistakes that you are here. Promise you that. I promise you that. And you are special and unique and a warrior at that. And you came here to liberate humanity, to bring us into freedom. We all did. That's why we're here. You too, Evans. It was good seeing you, man. Thank you for stopping in, bro. I appreciate you, man. Always. I love our conversations, man. Um, and Evans, if you're down, brothers, I know you've been here for a while, man. You do oppose everything, so that's really good for the panel. There's a panel that I'm assembling, and I was talking about in the beginning of the live. If you get the opportunity to watch the replay of this live, I'm on here for like 51 minutes right now. I'm probably going to end the live shortly. Go back and watch the replay. I'm assembling a team that my guides and angels and God is asking me to do. I don't know yet what it's going to look like and how it's going to be, but I'm being guided to reach out to different people. I already got a bunch of people that I found on TikTok that I've scouted. You may be a good candidate, so reach out to me on Gmail, Daren and Luna at Gmail, if you want to be a part of it. It could potentially be live or recorded, and I don't know how long it's going to go on for, but you're not like signing a contract saying I'm going to be doing this forever. You do it till you feel called to not do it anymore. That could be even one episode. But it's gonna right now. It's called Awakening Panel. I don't really know fully yet, but I'm being guided to reach out to people that are awake, awakening, or have been awake for a very long time or their entire life. So where it goes, I don't know. Reach out to me if you feel called and want to be a part of it. But anyway, yeah, man. It's we're they are passing us the torch. They laid the groundwork for us to now run with it. And now we have to step up and step into our power and be the truth of who we are, our authentic selves. Stand up in our power, not take no bullshit any longer, because this is the year of the horse, and we ain't taking no more bullshit from nobody. And we ain't taking no more crap from nobody. And if they aren't, what's the next word? If they don't resonate with you, oh well, keep it moving. We know our worth and we know our value. And it goes to, and we know and we know like it's like I start to think to myself, man, like people haven't realized yet, like money is energy, and all it is an energy exchange, and that they've created this fake paper to, keep us in fear and easily controlled, and in fact we're all abundant and we all have everything we need more. And the wild thing is, like, people are willing to go to a job for like this little paper that they get to waste 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day that they will never get back. Working 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week and still living paycheck to paycheck. And realizing that they'll never get that back. and they're forgetting who they are and their value and their worth. And when people actually start to realize that, they're going to walk away from these jobs. They're going to walk away from the things they've been doing, giving their energy and time to friends that don't give a damn, giving their energy and time to things that's why people are starting to wake up and be like, I can't go to watch this football game with these friends anymore. I know how valuable time and energy, I know how valuable my time and energy is, and I'm not willing to waste it. My friend, this has been tradition since the Egyptians and Jews. But yeah, I know. I've been telling my mom that for a long time. She would rather please her boss than spend time with her grandchildren. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing that people are finding out and realizing and letting go of is people pleasing. Like and how we're going to go through much more suffering if we continue to people please and we don't put ourselves first. And I had to learn that hard lesson, man. And I had to walk away from family, and family gave me a lot of shit. Okay. I can't even tell you, my relationship with my family now is way different than it was in before 2020. Post 2020, it was like we had no boundaries. And none of us had boundaries at all. And that was because I didn't have boundaries within myself. And I was afraid to stand up, and I was afraid to, but yet I wasn't afraid at the same time. And people didn't like me because I was the only one that opened my mouth and stood up. But yet I still continued to people please. I opened my mouth. I got in fights with everyone all the time. I was a ticking time bomb. And yet, at the same time, they still steamrolled me because I allowed it. But like the joke of it is that it was all for, like, I watched my dad people please. I watched his mom people please. And they all ended up with cancer, every single one of them. My dad ended up with having cancer 3 different times. He was a big time people pleaser. But yet he didn't hold back with anything that he said, ever. And but yet people are starting to realize they don't give a shit anymore. They don't care. They are going to do them and be themselves. And if people don't like it, then yeah, they're going to walk away, and the right people will stay that are meant to stay. The people that aren't won't, and that's okay. You'll feel and find that you feel much more at peace, much more calm, much more relaxed. This live has been just amazing, y'all. I have to say, I appreciate each and every one of you, man. Thank you, Presley, for pulling up, man. There's a lot of things coming on this channel on Daren and Luna's New Earth School, Rip into Light. I truly hope to create these healing centers with Luna around the world, man. And the first spot is going to be North Carolina. And hopefully we can get the funds, not hopefully, we will get the funds to build this beautiful, sacred retreat, healing center, awakening center, where we can assist humanity, like in learning new skills, learning the skills that they should have learned when we were in school, enhancing our psychic senses and abilities. If there's healing that needs to be done, that will be done as well. It's all coming to fruition. We're going to be working with our galactic families. It's going to be a beautiful place, and I hope to have them all around the world one day. But we're going to start here, and hopefully, you guys will all join us on this adventure, this journey, this. It's going to be powerful. Trust and believe, man. And I am not going to stop. I am going to make damn sure that whatever I do, and I will be able to do it before I leave this planet. And I do not want to be here for another 30, 40 years if it stays the way that it is. So that is why I'm going to do everything humanly possible to change myself and to create change. I'm here for it. I came here for it. I volunteered to be here. And I volunteered to make changes, and they know it. And they know it, and they're scared. And I'm going to keep shining my light bright. And I'm going to keep, whether they shadow ban or suppress the channel, I'm going to get this information out to as many people as I can, and Luna as well, and spread this information around the world, man, because that's what I came here to do. Reach people globally. It's time that, we all come together and we stop fighting and arguing, and, realize that we're all one and we're all connected, man, and that we're more powerful together than we are separate, divided, and apart. Yeah, man, that's what we're here to do. Because not only that, brother, Rudy, let's say you want to come back, which is a very strong possibility your soul is going to want to come back. Do you want to come back to this? Because I believe that you probably don't. So it's like, we've got to be the change, man. Each and every one of us. Robert, what's good, brother? You just missed Presley, I think, Robert. Presley came on I haven't seen his ass in so long. I don't know if he's still here or not, but we're just about wrapping the live up. It's been a really good one, man. If you get the opportunity, Robert, come back and check the live out, because you're one of them that I want to add to the panel. And I don't know if I talk to you about it, but I could always text you. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. I'm being guided to assemble a panel, and I thought of you. And now that you just came on, it's funny that you came on, because I don't know, guides and my angels and my guides are getting me to reach out to random people that are awakened or are already awakened or have been awakened their entire life, and we're going to have a panel. And so I'm being guided. I have already got like quite a handful of people from TikTok that I've been guided to reach out to. And so I think you would be a really good addition to the panel. I just don't know what it's going to look like. They haven't fully told me yet everything. But all I know is it's the panel, and then now yesterday they added the awakening panel to it. So again, I don't know if it's going to be live. I don't know if it's going to be recorded. I don't know how many episodes. I don't know anything fully yet. I haven't been given all of that. So just yet. It's just last night. Yeah, me too. 7 years old, brother. 7 years old, my friend. So you are a really good addition to this team I'm orchestrating. And I know you have a YouTube channel too. So how do you feel about that, dude? You want to be added to the list? Are you good with that? I mean, I know you're on social media, so I mean, and you have been a part of this community for a while. So are you good with me adding you to the list? And we'll see what happens. I don't know yet. Like I said, I don't know the full details yet. That's just what I've been given and gotten so far. Okay. Yeah, I do. I have your phone number too. I think what I'm going to do is there's one group already I have on Telegram, but I'm going to create another group on Telegram for this panel specifically until I talk with Monique and see if this if this is going to be combined together or it's going to be separate. I don't know. So I don't know if you're on Telegram or not, but if you're not, please download Telegram and message me on Telegram. I use that all the time over text and email, and that's where I can put the group together before we meet on Zoom prior to like our first one. Yeah, you're a good one, dude. You are. Yeah, I might even add you to the podcast with me and Monique, actually as well, because you would be a really good addition. But can you download Telegram, dude, and then text me when you do, and then I'll send you my username on Telegram. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So just download it and then text me or email me you downloaded it, and then I'll send you the QR code where you can add me, and then I'm going to add you to a group. You'll be the first one in the Telegram group with me until I talk to Monique on the 15th. And if we're going to combine these two together, then that'll be one thing. If we're going to do them separately, then that's another thing. Then you'll be added to both. But I don't know yet what they want us to do. So I just know that I'm reaching out to random people on these live streams, and when I go on TikTok, I found already like 4 people. I'm being guided to like these people that are waking up, just starting to wake up, and they're like saying everything is fake. Like this is not real anymore. So we're going to have a mixture of people awake like me and you our entire life, to people that just woke up 5 years ago, to people that are waking up now. So it's going to be a mixture of everything, which is going to be really interesting and unique. And they told me this is going to be very different than anything out there. And it's all everything. Like, we're going to have millions of followers. We're going to reach globally. Okay. Just know that. I don't know where this is taking us. It's exciting though. And I'm glad you popped in on this live, because it was meant to be. I haven't seen you in a while, so you weren't at the forefront. But now that you came on in this live, it was meant to be. There was no mistakes, that I was actually talking about this the entire time. And I'm being guided more and more to talk about waking up and awakening and the process and what happens. And because thousands of people are waking up and they're lost and confused and struggling and suffering, and I'm being guided to change things, like pivot a little bit, because the newer school that me and Luna are right now as well creating a proposal for is going to be the School of Awakening as well. So awakening to your gifts, awakening to your purpose, your mission, a healing center. It's going to be based in North Carolina first, and then it's going to hopefully be around the world, have many centers all over the world. So we got a lot, man. A lot, y'all. A lot, man. Keep tapping that like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. I love y'all, man, from the bottom of my heart. Trust and believe there's a lot happening. Yeah. We did. The dais. Yeah, that's right. Yes. That's what I was talking about, Robert, on this panel. So yeah, we did actually. You're right. I forgot about that. Well, they kind of, oh yeah, and I remember me telling you panel, and then you said dais stands for panel. But then they had me add awakening in front of it. And again, between when we spoke the other day and now, I've reached out to 4 or 5 more people that I was guided to reach out to, that some of them have over 20,000 followers on TikTok. Minimum. And they actually responded. And so I'm in talks with different people right now. You're definitely at the forefront. You've been the longest here, aside from like Presley and stuff like that, but he doesn't want to be involved. But and some of the other ones, yeah, like forgot his YouTube name. He's a longtime follower too, but I forgot his name. And I tried to Fisher of Men, man. Yeah, that's another one that I know you mentioned. Um, yeah, I mean, it's going to be perfect, whatever it is, and however it unfolds. I just don't know yet. And like I said, there's a couple people they already wanted. One guy already wanted to jump online like last night. I'm like, dude, like I didn't even message him back yet, but I'm like, dude, I'm not getting on like jumping on a call at 1:30 in the morning. Like I'm already asleep, man. Oh yeah. I know. I got you. I don't know what it's going to, like I said, this is just kind of like the preliminary talks. But it's happening and it's being assembled, whatever it is. And it's going to be freaking crazy and amazing and awesome. And I'm excited. And whoever is around for however long, so be it. Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly, Robert. And it totally, yeah, true. Yeah, but the guy wanting to get out, yeah, well, yeah, I don't, no, yes, you're right. But I have some really interesting individuals that I've been guided to reach out to. Like they're really interesting in this and what they're talking about. And some of them are very newly awakened, but they're deep, man. They're deep. And yes, it's going to be. Yeah, you're right. It just means they're excited. Totally. Some of them, we got to the point where I sent them my QR code for Telegram, and they never responded. Never even messaged me. So it's not meant to be. So I just deleted a couple of them in my messages last night because I'm like, okay, they're not getting back to me. It's not meant to be. And then I saw a couple new people. So it's like we're going to have people that are going to stay for the long run, and then ones that are going to drop off and fall off. And so it's going to be very interesting. Plus, we're going to also be, I was guided and told, yeah, he was ready to go, definitely ready to go. But I'm not ready to go at 1:30 in the morning, man. Like my guy, like I need sleep, man, too, you know? Yeah. Nah, I mean, it was my fault anyway, man, because you know what? I woke up and I picked up my phone and I jumped on TikTok, and because Spirit has you do things at different weird times. And I messaged these people because I saw their FYP, their For You page popped up, and they were talking about some awakening experience they had. So I felt called to message them. And it was my fault. I messaged them at that time of the night. They could have been in West Coast where it was only 10:30. But for me, it was 1:30. And he's like, yeah, we could hop on right now. And I'm like, no. Like, I fell back asleep. I saw their message, them saying that, and I'm like, no, I'm definitely not messaging them now at 2 in the morning. But hey, you know what? They're showing Spirit that they're ready and that they heard the call. And that's a good sign. So it's like I was testing them. You know what I mean? Even though I wasn't going to do it, I was testing them, and Spirit was testing them. Are they really ready? Like some of these other people that fell off, they're not ready. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, they could say, I have this going on and that going on. I'm too busy and blah, blah. Well, they're just not ready. You know what I mean? They're not meant to be a part of it. And that's okay. Some people wake right up. Yeah. I wake up at like 2, 3 in the morning. That's why I can't be jumping on no call at like 1 in the morning when I'm already getting up at like 3 in the morning to start doing meditation and yoga and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to be able to function. And thankfully I am getting some sleep. Not as much as I would like to, but I'm grateful for what I am getting. But yeah, man, listen, I got a meeting I'm gonna be taking very shortly. So thank you again. I'll be in touch with you, Robert. I got your number. Download Telegram when we get off this live and text me and tell me you downloaded it, but I could still send you my QR code in text. I don't really have to wait. You too, man. Have a great day. I appreciate you, brother. As always, love you, brother. Love you, everyone. Presley, I love you. If you watch the replay or you're on here still, I love you all, man. Oh, you did? Okay. All right. I'm going to text you the QR code then. Okay. Actually, right now, as soon as I end this live, so I don't forget. And I'll speak to you soon, brother. And I'll talk to all of you very, very soon. We have a lot happening, a lot we're working on behind the scenes. This year is going to be huge, man. We all got to step into our power and we have to be freaking courageous because the times we're living in right now, trust and believe, man, we are fighting a spiritual battle right now. You have to be courageous and know your worth and your value and know who the F you are, man. So keep stepping in your power. Keep being your authentic self. Love yourself, man. It's time that we take that torch and we keep going forward, man. And we come together and we unite as one. This is how we're going to take this all down and bring these systems down to create new, beautiful systems created out of love. I love you all. I'll see you soon, man. From the bottom of my heart, take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you on the next live, on the next video, or somewhere around the world. Until then, let's go!